Hello and welcome to the Robbie Coker Show. I'm David Holt, and it is Thanksgiving week. Are you excited?
I'm excited, man. I am excited. Thanksgiving's always been my favorite holiday. Of course, the COVID's kind of stole a little bit of that joy.
Yep.
Coker's always had a big gathering on Thanksgiving night. We're not getting to have it this year, so it's going to be odd, but Thanksgiving's always been a great time of year.
Well, I was going to ask you if you're limiting your gathering.
No question. We are. We're very cautious.
6 feet apart right here.
That's right. And we're just going to the Gnarl house. Katie just had a new baby, so
Yep.
we're going to have 6 kids in that house, but I can promise you the adults will be 6 feet apart. So,
Well, let's talk a little bit about ham or turkey. What's your favorite?
ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite side?
You know, it's changed. How about this?
Really?
Crazy. Yeah, my sweet potato casserole now is my favorite side. Miss Gnarl kills it. Yeah, no doubt, sweet potato casserole.
So what's your favorite tradition to do after the meal?
You know, we used to always play cards at my grandfather's house. You know, we'd have epic card games stay. You know, the Cokers are a loud bunch. You know, it's hard to believe, but
We were just talking about that, being a loud bunch.
we would get together and eat, and then the card games may last till 1 or 2 in the morning. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember those guys, those older cousins of mine, drinking coffee. You know, staying up. We'd just play cards, and they would get in there and they'd sing Christmas music around my grandfather's piano. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just a huge celebration, man. It's sounds like I'm getting old. I'm remembering the good days, the good old days.
Nostalgic. That's what he's
right.
becoming, nostalgic.
No
I'm
doubt.
impressed. And you shaved this morning. I'm impressed with that, too.
You know, got 2 games, so I probably need to do it at least once. So, try to represent the people of Plainview in the right way.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. We do hope you have a great Thanksgiving. We got tons of basketball going on this week, but before we get there, I want to talk about 2 games from last week. We traveled over to Section, and that was a pretty good game. Section always has a great basketball team, great atmosphere because they love their basketball.
No question. I thought our guys were obviously a little fired up. I think the way we lost to Westminster put a bitter taste in our mouth, you know, and I thought we talked about it last week before this game, you know. For some reason, particular boys, we handle losing better than we handle winning, you know.
Yeah.
It's easy to get their attention when we lose, and I thought our guys were locked in. I thought we came out ready to play. Obviously, got going. I think Jonah hit 5 threes the first quarter. I just thought we were locked in. We were sharing the basketball. We were really, really fast.
Yeah.
I think our athleticism and our pressure really gave them problems, and we were really able to just kind of get out going and dominate the game early. And
Well, it was a late game. I don't know what happened to it's senior night for Section, I believe it was. A lot of people are doing their senior nights early because of the pandemic where you never know about the season.
that's true.
So they did some of that. And something happened early in the third quarter, I believe it was, and just sort of hard to get that momentum going back. Had an
No
injury
question.
there.
The Cooper kid, you know, had a. It feels good to talk about today because he's gotten great news about it. You know, he had a bad dislocation.
Yeah.
You know, of his ankle, and it looked, you know, it looked gruesome. Of course, it upset his teammates. We've got some guys that's played AAU with him in the summer. I mean, it was just a very, very unfortunate incident, and then it was an awkward, you know, to try to get back going. I thought both teams did a bad job, really. You know, the game never was the same again.
Yeah.
The flow is one of the
Yeah.
things we were just trying to get through it. Both teams, I think, and was able to get there with a win.
Well, the team, I guess I was looking at the first half. They really played well, scored well, as you said, passed the ball well. It was good to see them play so well after coming off the loss with Westminster. One thing I will say about our boys that I thought was very encouraging, the moment that happened, the 5 that were on the court went to half court and just knelt down and gave special thoughts to their kid. You know, very emotional for a lot of those boys, but they came back and played and finished the game, and it was a good win for the Bears, especially around here, and we had a lot of fan support over there.
No doubt, you know, we're all competitors. We all want to impose our will. We all talk, you know, in tough words. But when a guy gets hurt, you know, it brings it close to home, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it could happen to anybody.
It's, you know, humanity and the closeness of these communities and everybody knowing everybody on the floor. I mean, it was a, you know, it was kind of a dose of reality of, hey, you know, we're all kind of all the same. You know,
Yeah.
We want to beat them bad. They want to beat us bad, but we want everybody to walk out here alive. You know, I mean, it was a scary moment and very awkward situation that, like you said, both groups kind of lost their edge a little bit, and we just kind of got through
Finished
the game.
it.
And luckily, you know, the kid just had dislocation. I think they're saying he's going to be back 3 or 4 weeks. So great news. You know, nothing was broken. Really, you know, thankful for that as well.
Yeah. Well, then just the other night we had your old buddy came to town from Oxford High School.
Joel Van Meter, good guys there in the world, man. He's good people. We lived together for over, I think, 2 years. I think we lived together at Jack State. Really good basketball coach. He's done a phenomenal job at Oxford. I think they've been to 5 or 6 straight regional tournaments. I think they played in 3 straight regional finals. Hasn't been able to get to the Birmingham. Has always run into a buzzsaw, whether it be Parker or, you know, Pittston Valley. It's always, but you know, they've always got, you know, last year Pittston Valley beat them in overtime. I mean, just that 6A region has been brutal down there the last couple of years, but he's done a phenomenal job there. They got a great program. They got beaten football Friday night. He'll get a couple more out there. I thought our guys did a really good job of adjusting as the game went along. You know, we started out in our press, and you know, we hadn't pressed a lot, and now we've got those 2 football guys back, Levi Brown and Jathan Underwood, give us some more depth and athleticism, and we're trying to get back to pressing more. And you look out there at Oxford when they're warming up, you're like, how are we going to press these jokers? You know, they're so talented and athletic, and I thought our guys did a good job of our press, seeing what was working, seeing what wasn't working, and kind of, we just did a good job of forcing tempo. We didn't turn them over a lot. We turned them over, I think they ended up turning them over 18 times, which is a good number, but we just did a good job of taking what they gave us and being able to do what we want to do on defense and not give up a lot of layups. You know, down the stretch they shot layups, but it's off our turnovers. It wasn't off our press. But I just thought our guys did a great job defensively. As crazy as I look at they shot 70% from 2, 21 to 30. Here I am talking about how good a job we did defensively, but I think it was 5 run-out layups off our turnovers in the fourth quarter there.
I think you're right.
Take those 5 off. You know, it wasn't our defense or our offense. You know, but I just thought our guys did a great job. I really did. I thought we were locked in. I didn't think we played an exceptional game. You know, we didn't play at a 90 or 95 level. We played good, but just kind of, this is how it's going to be. This is how we're playing. This is what we need to do to fix it. I just thought overall it was a good win for us. A great job of our guys kind of, I don't know, adjusting and doing things that put us in position to win the game.
So how hard is it to get football out of 2 of your players that have played football season and get them back in the basketball mode?
And then you had the pandemic, so we didn't get June and July.
Yep.
You know, that made it worse. And then Jathan took a year off.
Yep.
You know, he's not, you know what kind of kid he is. I'm not, you know, he's an unbelievable, both of those guys are good kids. But Jathan, in his body and in his mind, he thinks he can do what he could do when he put it down.
Yeah.
And, you know, he turned it over a couple times. He told me, he said, Coach, I'm sorry, man. You know, I said, look, you're going to be able to do that again, you know. But not right now. You know, you practice 2 hours. You know, we moved them back to the woods, you know.
I mean, went in, if I remember correctly, went in at section and just quickly had 2 fouls.
I think he had 3 fouls in like 48 seconds. So, you know.
The football's still in him.
Yeah, no question. And then Levi Brown, you guys may not remember, I don't know when you guys get the games, but was unbelievable down the stretch last year for the B team. He played the point for us.
Yeah.
Did a great job, really, from semi-tournament on. And we were expecting big things from coming into the year. Then you have June and July happen. We don't get a lot of skill work, you know. You know, I knew out there on football field, I said, guy, he looks taller. Does that help him make him that tall? And then he got in the gym. He's gained maybe 3 or 4 inches since last season. I mean, he's manned up. And both those guys were kind of challenging. We're doing some pre-practice work. We're going to start doing, you know, to get them back going, you know. I kidded Levi, you know. I keep 7 men on defense. You know, I said, look, Levi, I promise one day I'm going to let you play offense. You know? But he brings something to that press, his athleticism, his awareness. So we want to put him in on pressing situations, give us the best opportunity to be successful. So, it's, you know, I'm subbing him in on defense every chance we get.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out the offense as it goes. But I don't say get the football out of them, but they're definitely rusty, and the pandemic didn't help, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of them weird situations, you know, that they'd probably been in the gym some during during football, getting some shots, just clowning around, off some off time that
Yeah.
they hadn't been able to do. We had no June or July to really get after it,
Yeah.
so everything together has really hurt their skill level. But their competitors are good kids. They listen. They want to be good.
Yep.
They're going to get in that gym. I think by January, you're going to like the two players they've become. I really believe that. I really believe they've, one of my favorite stories about Clay Cooper and Bailey Dukes and Kay Willingham. If you remember, they lost a heartbreaker in the first round of the playoffs their senior year.
Yeah.
And we had all those guys out there, and we'd been competitive. And when we added those three to the mix, I thought the practice was going to go through the roof, first couple of days out there, they were just okay. Of course, they were probably out of shape. Probably still a little bitter. They knew they had a chance to make a deep run play. All that combined. And I sent them a nasty text message about Wednesday that week, about how disappointing they were. And, they were just, I thought they were just men. I give it to them pretty hard. Obviously knowing I've got parent support, knowing that, knowing those kids since they were in 8th grade. And I think it offended them, like, how dare he question that, And they kind of, from about Thursday or Friday that week on, it just kind of took them practice another level. Same thing with these two guys. I'd say all that to say this. When those guys came in the gym on Sunday, now we only could go about 3 trip increments because they're so out of shape, but their size, their athleticism, their toughness, their skill, they took our practice up a notch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it gave us 10 true varsity players out there.
Yeah.
And our practice has been so much better since they've been out there. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got some B-team guys that are going to be good players one day, but they're not there yet. They're 9th grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jacob Henderson can push Landon White around a little bit. Jacob Henderson can't push Jathan Underwood around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that just makes our practices better. It's going to make this team better. I'm excited about this group because I think we're playing pretty good. But every time we watch that film, there's so many areas this team can improve. This team has a high ceiling. Now, whether we get to that ceiling, that's on them. That's on me. Whoever. It's on us. But we've got a chance to be really good when it gets playoff time.
Yeah.
And it's been fun getting back to getting better. And, that's a coach's dream when you get better every day, when there's competition in practice. And, the last 8 or 10 days, this group really fired me up. We've had some great practices, and hopefully we can continue. I may change my mind today, but
We're gonna find out.
but it's been it's this group's really and maybe the pandemic maybe made me thankful for some things. You take things for granted. I don't know, but we've been really locked in at practice. We've had a couple good days, and that's always good for my home life.
Yep, I understand that. Well, let me ask a question because I'm curious about this. You got a good staff. I've got guys that work with you, and they compliment what you're doing. But I noticed the involvement more at the junior high level. And I'm just wondering your thought process in that. My personal opinion, it doesn't cost you anything. It's probably not worth a lot. You got to invest in those younger players to get the team you want down the road. Is that kind of what you're thinking? Or
Yes. And I'm going to use a phrase that Andy Kennedy said, and people are going to laugh at, like take shots at us. He used to always say recruiting is the lifeblood of your program. It's like shaving. If you don't do it every day, you look like a bum.
Yep.
Working junior high is the same way. That is the future.
Yep.
The reason we've been able to keep this thing going and the reason we've been able to build the program is because we put so much importance on our junior high. Our junior high kids, really from since I've been here, Luke Pruitt, I did a couple times, Cody Coots, now Cameron Whip, Brett Benefield's involved, and of course Stanley's always had her hands in it. We put a huge importance on our junior high program. We're going to work every day. We don't take many days off. We're going, this week, Thanksgiving, been easy to take this week off. We played on Tuesday. We played on Monday. We'll take Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. We're going to practice on Friday. We only get these guys from really first about November 1, October 31st, to about the first weekend of January. So we've got them for 10, 12 weeks. We're going to give them 2 hours of our time all day. We're going to take Saturdays and Sundays off. We will come in Sunday sometimes, but we put our time and effort in those junior high kids because there's another Andy Kennedy saying, there's no level of program, there's only a level of players. And I think that's why people get consumed with, well, that's a sub-major player. I say, look at our guys.
Yeah.
Our players can play in themselves. I mean, no offense to Huntsville High, I'm going to talk about them because we don't play them for another year. No sense, but they've got 3 really good guards. I don't know if there's any better than our guards. You know, when the game was played, they weren't any better than our guards.
Yeah.
You know, and that's because of the time and effort our guys have put in the gym, and because we've been coaching them since they're 12 years old. Another thing we don't talk about, where you get me on a tangent now.
I tossed you a softball.
Our Pee Wee program.
Yeah.
You know, God, it's a headache. And God, we've got too much going on. We got too many teams, but
You got interest.
You go up there on a Tuesday night, and there'll be 3 teams practicing from 5:30 to 9 o'clock. You know, I had to segregate. You know, our gyms are shut down right now. We really done the floors, and we tell them, look, guys, you can't practice Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Relax. You know, Pee Wee coach are mad at me, which is awesome. You know, and I had to segregate teams. Say, hey, coach, we're going. Can we get some basketballs? We're going to the church and practicing. I went and got them 5 balls. You know, I mean. It takes a community to build a program.
Yeah.
It takes commitment. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes that don't get the credit they deserve. You know, going back a generation, Mickey Willingham, Anthony Cooper, Philip Dukes, those guys coaching those kids in Pee Wee all the way up. I know I missed somebody. You know, Abe Trotter, I probably said this 100 times. When I got the job, Abe Trotter was running the Pee Wee program. It was rolling. You know, I tell people all the time, people didn't know it, but I inherited a good situation. You know, people that didn't know and don't are not in tune to Sand Mountain basketball, but our Pee Wee program, our junior high, was rolling.
Yeah.
It was coming. You know, I just had the fortunate timing to be able to take advantage of it. Roger Graham told Jason Trailer after the tornado, he was going to do away with Pee Wee that year because the shortage of space, you know, chaos. You were here.
I was there.
You know, and Roger Graham told, I'll never forget Abe's story. Abe tells the story that Roger Graham came to him and said, look, Abe, the Lord told me you're supposed to take the Pee Wee program. Abe said, I can't argue with the Lord, Roger. I mean, I guess I'll take it, you know. And they did it all over the community. They did it at different churches, and everybody came together. And people have no idea the impact that had.
Yeah.
It kept basketball going. And those guys that won the state championship game played in the Pee Wee program during that time.
Yeah.
That's not an accident.
Yeah.
You know, that Pee Wee up there, man, God, it's a nightmare. It's a mess. People get their feelings hurt. But I know this. Our kids have basketballs in their hands. Our kids are working. We've got a lot of people sacrificing time to coach kids.
Yeah.
And I get to go up there and watch a couple Saturdays. And, you know, we got to be our 4th grade. Nathan's coach. Nathan Ledbetter's coaching our 4th grade boys. That's right, yeah. Collins will beat us at the buzzer. And we missed about a 6-footer, I mean, to win the game. And at the end of the day, who cares you lost? You know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of life, that loss is not going to, but God, it was a heartbreaker. Those kids were devastated and worked so hard, you know. And I tell myself, we should play console 4 times the next 5 weeks. You know, man, that's perfect. That's what it's all about, you know. Figure out how to win the game, you know. There's just a direct correlation with our Pee Wee program, our junior high program, and our varsity program.
Yeah.
And I hope the people that don't do it but have kids playing are thankful. And I hope the people that are doing it and are working hard and working diligently understand how appreciative I am and how great an impact they're having. And it's fun to be a part of. And I guess I'm like a grandpa when I go in there. I sit back on that wall and watch them guys play. You know, I take a lot of pride. And I love watching those kids compete.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding to be a part of this program.
I think Coach Griggs has the same sentiment.
Exactly.
I mean, he's involved in the Pee Wee program, the junior high program.
Let me tell you what Coach Griggs does. All right, I kid him all the time. He's got to be taking caffeine pills or something. He's got to be.
He's like the Energizer
Now,
bunny.
that being said, he worked in the steel mill 60-hour weeks for about, so this probably doesn't seem like work to him. You know, he's a little different, His hands are a little tougher than mine, But he's coaching, he's helping coach. He's kind of a 3rd grade boys Pee Wee team, who's fun to watch, by the way. Our 3rd grade boys are really good. They're fun to watch. He's coaching a 6th grade Pee Wee team because he had a bunch of girls. Couldn't find enough coaches for her. Instead of making one guy be the bad guy and coach 20 girls on the team, he took them, so he'll get the cussings,
Yeah.
All right. Junior high. He's coaching our junior high team. JV does a lot of nights. And then varsity. I don't care what anybody says. I know he's doing a good job. I know basketball. But even if he's not doing it, let's play the hypothetical. He's doing a bad job. Nobody in America is working harder for a girls' basketball program than Luke Griggs.
Yeah.
And eventually, I believe in it. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at them young girls, you look at our programs, we're getting better and better.
Yeah.
And you're gonna look up, man. Our girls back, and not that we haven't been competitive. You know, we talk about their schedule last year. I mean, they lose to Pisgah twice, state champion. They lose to Spring Garden twice, state champion. They lose to Huntsville High, they're the top 100 player in the country. I mean, you look at our loss. You know,
You don't give them easy softballs.
no. I mean, they're playing a real schedule. You know.
Yeah.
If he was trying to dodge opponents, we could have won 25 games the last 2 years. You know, instead we won 17, 18, whatever it is, because we played a ridiculously hard schedule.
Yeah.
And it's fun to be a part of. It's fun to see. You know, him and I have a great relationship. He's helped me. He's challenged me. It's fun to be a part of stuff like this. It's, you know, we all need to be a part of a bigger purpose. We all need a team, you know, to be a part of. And I agree totally. If you're not taking your Pee Wee and your junior high serious, it'll show.
Yeah.
It'll show.
It'll die on the vine.
And I appreciate the guys that are doing that for us.
Well, hopefully this is going to air the week of Thanksgiving, and somebody came up with a tournament last minute. You know, I had my schedule all in advance. I got it on my calendar. I'm good to go. Oh, by the way, we got a few changes.
North Sand Mountain made the football run, had to move that game. We need to play it, and we'll go. At about the same time all that's happening, the Heritage Classic in Birmingham is a big-time event, cancels. There's a big-time tournament in Richard Hardy, Tennessee, it cancels. Into hoops at Bob Jones cancels, and all these people are looking for games. So I just got I got my net and I caught the beautiful butterfly. You know, what's better than you know, coming together?
Topher's Hoops Giving.
Let's talk about that. I called Brandon Freeman. We've got so many people helping us, you know, behind the scenes. I say, look, we've got to give these teams. We got to feed them. You know, we're doing 75, 80 meals. Can you find some? I said, look, I ain't got time. We'll figure it out. We got to buy pizza from Domino's. Papa John's will do it, you know. We usually use Domino's because they're a proud sponsor of Plainview basketball. I hadn't talked to him this year. They do a great job for us too. But anyways, so Freeman gets on the phone with Topher. We've been trying to get Topher's involved. Topher says, hey, we'll feed every team both nights. So, man, you're kidding me. Coca-Cola donated to Powerade.
Yep.
So every kid comes through is going to get them a box lunch at Topher's. And they're not getting a Bessie burger, unfortunately, but that's their loss. I will have a Bessie burger.
Yeah.
We'll get Topher's and a Powerade. We'll send them home. Then I'll come back on Wednesday morning. We're going to play earlier on Wednesday. Tonight, 5:30. Really good 2 games now.
Yep.
It was supposed to be Ramsey, Mississippi State. I told you that last week was coming. They had a JV kid test positive for COVID about 6 hours after we did this interview last week. He called and canceled. I called Buckhorn. So Buckhorn's coming. I hadn't seen Coach Blevins' team. I don't know what he's got. I guarantee they'll be athletic. I guarantee they'll play hard, and they'll guard you for that 94 feet for 32 minutes. They're playing Howard out of Chattanooga. Howard has a I got it. Howard's got a 2-guard lefty, shoots the blood of it, named Michi Bowens.
Amici.
Michi is a bucket getter. It's going to be a high-level game. And then we're going to play East Hamilton. I didn't know a lot about East Hamilton. I knew that somebody told me that UAH had offered 2 of their players, and they were supposed to be in that tournament. Me and Andy Webb didn't know each other a week ago at this time. But now we've got to we've been on this. We're going to try to do something like this every year. I think we go up there, you know.
Yeah.
2 great games. We may do this year. We may do a 4-teamer like this on Thanksgiving and throw it around, you know. Chattanooga's easier. We didn't watch them play Friday night. They played Dalton, Georgia Friday night. Unbelievable campus. Gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. The school was open about 10 years ago. Oodawall got too big. They divided the school. Gorgeous school. Reminds me of Spain Park. I mean, just new buildings. You walk in, you're overlooking the gym. Got a tracker on the top. I mean, they got a high level program. He was at Science Hill, which a lot of people don't know is an unbelievable basketball program, and he was an assistant there. It's a great basketball program in Tennessee. Knows what he's doing. They're 3-0. I don't know. My clock's going. I don't know how much time we got. But they're 5 starters. Here's who they got. We got three really good guards. Now, my favorite one tonight we watched them play was the lefty, number 11. You guys will see him tonight. Pretty strong, athletic, probably about 6 foot, 6'1", sophomore. But now their best player of the three is number 3. He's a bucket getter. He's the one UAH is after. There were several college coaches there the night we went. Lee was there. Just a slasher, just scores, just scores. They've got another guard, another point guard, big, strong, good-looking kid, finishes at the rim. Their 4-man's a quarterback. I made fun of him. I told him he's a combination of Levi Brown and Jathan Underwood. He's got Levi Brown's hair. He's got Jathan's body. Big, strong kid, good-looking kid, quarterback. I don't know, 6'2 and a half, 6'3", 205 pounds. Plays hard, just a dog at the 4. And then their 5-man happens to be 6'8" junior.
Oh my gosh.
That steps out and shoots threes. He's made 4 threes on the season. So we got our hands full.
Yep.
But I like their team. It was fun. We like scouting. We got to stop by Community Pie.
Ooh, there you go.
Shout out, Community Pie won't see this, but our waitress was. We got there at 8:55. She had we closed the kitchen at 9. I said, if we get it in, she said, oh yeah, I'll feed you. We got 2 grilled men cheese sticks and 2 pizzas of the Italian stallion and a pepperoni. You can't go wrong, Community Pie, Dave. Off the charts. Got that in. But it was fun going to scout. Somebody knew something. We walked in. You could tell they got a real basketball program. They care about their ball. Turn the lights off. Start lining up.
That's cool.
Very good environment. We're excited about them coming down. Excited about developing a relationship with those 2 coaches. Bill Evans was in Tennessee for years.
Yeah.
He's excited. It's something I think we can do in Thanksgiving year round. So tonight, 5:30, Buckhorn Howard, us in East Hamilton at 7. Then tomorrow we're coming in early because to get everybody home for Thanksgiving. It's 1:30 and 3, right?
I thought it was 2 and 3:30, but it could be.
Who knows?
It changes so much, but it is on Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
According to the little.
It is on Wednesday.
2 o'clock.
I've got it here. It's 2 and 3:30. You're right.
How about
Buckhorn
that?
East Hamilton at 2, and then we'll play Howard at 3:30. So there's really no reason not to come out to Civic Center. And I'm going to go back on our COVID social distance. The Civic Center's big enough that if you need a social distance, I promise you can find a seat nobody within 6 feet.
Yeah.
Now, I also will agree that not everybody is taking our advice and social distance. That's a fair argument. But if you want to get socially distanced and you want to watch that game, there's all kinds of areas, you agree, right?
Yeah.
To watch that in the Civic Center. Then, we're going to be thankful on Thursday. God's been good to us. Bad as this COVID's been, bad as 2020's been, I told my junior last night, every one of us has got something to be thankful for.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Then on Friday, we'll get a little bit of practice in after Black Friday sales because, I don't know, you guys know, nobody's going to be social distancing Walmart for that Jumbotron. I can promise you that. Huh?
That's true.
People may be afraid of COVID most days, but
Not
if
Friday.
they get in line Thursday night at midnight and get them a $99 big screen, hey, it's going to fight off the COVID now. That's coming. Sorry, I don't. And then on Saturday, North Santa Mountain here.
Yep.
Guys, I love the Iron Bowl as much as anybody.
6 o'clock and 7:30.
But we got to get these games in. We got a chance to play. Iron Bowl's at 2:30. Alabama's a 22-point favorite. Let's hope Nick Saban takes care of it by halftime. You don't have to watch the second half. JV at 6. Varsity boys at 7. North Santa Mountain's got a phenomenal team. Got all those guys back from last year. Looking to make a serious run in 2A basketball. So it's going to be a fun game. We hope both teams are going to play fast. First team to 150 wins. So we look forward to that as well. So
You caught that 150.
3 big-time games
Yeah.
in the Civic Center, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. We've done our part to provide some local entertainment, no question. And thank for everybody that helped get this hoops given together. A lot of people, I told you, Brandon Freeman, of course, the Bear Club, all those guys, Coca-Cola and Topher helping us out with that. Appreciate those guys stepping up. DeWitt Jackson and the Board of Education and those workers in the concession stand. Guys, it's their holiday too, man.
Yep.
All the gate workers. I know we got a bunch of football coaches that volunteered to the gates for us. Rudy and the staff, man, I appreciate those guys. Takes a village to raise a program.
Yeah.
Excited to be a part. I guess it's been Thanksgiving. I've got a little joyous today. But we
And he
appreciate
shaved too, so
we appreciate everybody, man.
Yeah,
It's it's going to be a great week for Plainview basketball.
Come out, watch some great basketball. Happy Thanksgiving. Until next week, have a great week.
Hey folks, this is Andy White down here at Bobby Ledbetter's Twin City, and I want to invite everybody to come down here and see us. We're located at 1015 Gulf Avenue South here in downtown Fort Payne, and I want everybody to come down and check out our inventory. Bobby always keeps the inventory refreshed. We've got new stuff coming in every single day, a lot of stuff going out every day. Listen, we appreciate everybody in the area coming down here, letting us earn your business. I'm telling you what, this year's been great for us, and every year we get nominated and then we get voted in as the best in DeKalb. So I want to tell everybody we appreciate y'all doing that for us. Let us know we're doing everything right. So y'all come down here and see us, 1015 Gulf Avenue South. You can shop us on the web at Twin City Used Cars, or you can just give us a call at 256-844-2210.